What's going on, everybody? This is a Rustralasia Main raid cam again, and today the clan that's going to be raiding another clan is Fort. Now they use the little castle symbol. Obviously that's a fort. It's pretty clever. I like it. I haven't seen these guys on a raid cam of mine before. I do believe they're pretty new, but I have seen them around. There is 7 of them raiding, not 6. They did claim at the end of the raid there were 6, but let's just clarify this. There's 7. Either way, it's going to be a good raid. 7 guys with the rocket launchers, the full kits, the AKs. They look pretty prepared, and it's going to be a pretty interesting raid. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. The clan that's being raided today is a clan called NME. No idea what that stands for, but they've got a furnace base hanging off the back of this monstrosity of a small base they've got. They've got the water catcher in the water. That's going to be good for fence. They've got the single high wooden external wall. Never seen tactics like this before, and they've also got the solo gate just in case they need to get into that compound. Pumpkins for protection. They're definitely good for defense. Some windows, a couple of levels without windows. Some crazy honeycombing that they got going on there where you can actually see down inside it. Haven't actually seen that before either, but it's going to be interesting. We got these guys running in now, and there's only 6. I don't know what's going on. We're back to 7. And they put down the sentry, and it looks like they're going to place down the first rockets now. Gunfire's down. He's told him where he wants it, but they've gone ahead and rocketed the windows anyway. Lots of gunfire returning, and this is definitely an online raid. Moving in now to take a look through so we can have a look, and that sentry is pummeling that front armor, the little latches or the little hatches that they can look out and shoot out of. They're obviously down there in that airlock, and they've breached the first wall and they pushed through, and both guys, including their rocketer, has been taken out by their defense. Hopefully they're just going to keep pushing up now. The rockets are still going off. It means they got more than one rocketer, which is a pretty smart thing considering the last time we seen them a couple times ago, they only had the one and they lost the whole lot. Gunfire, they've dropped that first guy inside the breach, taking the breach for themselves. Turn fire now to back to the counter raiders. More rockets going off to the center of the base. Not a lot happening on that level at the moment. More fire going off. Looks like they're taking a couple of the counter raiders out, and they are looting their dead bodies, so hopefully more to come from them. More rockets going off, tunneling through the center core of the NME base. Making good progress there and good time. Constant flow of the rockets, not slowing down. There's no defense coming to slow them down at all, other than that counter from outside. Hatches and doors opening and closing. Definitely good that they're online. We will see a lot of action, hopefully, where they're going to eventually come into contact with their loot room, where they're all hiding. Counter raiders are definitely putting the heat on for these guys up the front of the breach now, laying down fire, plenty of AK fire. It does make it more difficult when you're getting hit from, sort of from the outside area into the breach while you're trying to rocket down to the core of the base and getting fire from there as well. One Sergeant 40 cow has disconnected, unfortunately, but we've got the .com guys doing a counter raid. We've seen them do a counter raid in the Clash of the Clans raid cam, so make sure you check that out. That was a big one. But it will be interesting. Fire going off from the core of the base. They are into one of the loot rooms, hitting the armor doors, and they're firing through the hatch, but he's got the heavy metal armor on, and that is good. That is really good. I haven't actually seen the heavy metal armor used in the raid before, but it looks like one of the enemy have dropped down there, and look how slow he's moving. It's quite difficult, but he's dropped a satchel charge. He's going to be able to get out of the way in time. Oh, come on, buddy. Oh, he's got out of the way just in time, but look how slow he moves with that armor on. It's actually quite a disadvantage, but I'm sure we're going to see him getting shot at a lot, and he's able to withstand a lot more firepower before he gets taken down. And they've been able to put a floor in there and rebuild and repair that floor, which is going to be a bit of a setback for the clan. Having a look now, the counter raiders are getting a small counter raid themselves from a couple of guys who possibly came through and picked up a bit of gear there. They haven't got a uniform on or anything. They're naked with their AK kits, and they're definitely making life harder for the counter raiders. Headshot. Keeping that pressure on the counter raiders while the other team are tunneling into the base of NME. .com holding his position there behind these stone barricades while the small counter raiders push up to the rocks to have a look. Here we have the clan has now moved down and pushed in. There's a few more guys helping the heavy metal armor guy out. Not much action though, we're not hearing a lot. They're throwing down a lot of rockets, so it looks like they're going to keep going. And I don't think the raid is over yet. Another loot room is revealed, and they're still choosing to blow the rockets. They're tunneling through this base. Trying to repair the damage that they're creating there, but they're going to try and blow that floor out. There is a 30-second timer before they can repair, so if they keep damaging it in that time frame, they are unable to repair their base. It'll be interesting to see what sort of defense they're going to be using against these guys, and they've blown through and found another loot room with a guy in it, and they have taken him out. More loot for the taking for Fort. Looks like they've blown all the way through now to the furnace side. As we saw in the intro, the furnace base is attached to the back of the base, so they are all the way through now. And hopefully it's just a matter of... And they've located the TC. And the quicker they destroy that, the better. They are able to build themselves in, put up some doors, and it will be all over very shortly if there's not going to be a defense from NME. You can see them in their loot room now. They are sealing it up, and what looks like maybe a possible despawn. Not good to see. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Closing up those roller doors now, and plenty of gunfire dropping down. Desi's down there to kill one of them, but he's dropped the roller door down for protection. This is going to be interesting of how they're going to approach this. Taking a look down the loot room, and we've got no guys in there. More loot on the floor, and one guy holding in here. So this goes out to the front airlock, and nobody in here either. So they're going to continue rocketing through, and he's popped it, but he's taken one out, but he's been taken out himself. So 1 for 1. Plenty of bodies on the floor, plenty of AKs, and their numbers are slowly dropping. So hopefully there's not a push from NME. Sealing up their top level now as NME trash has spawned in. They've made the seal, putting their own door on them. Just trying to find out where he's gone. He's probably going to try and make himself a play. There he is. He's got himself a kit, and they have no idea that he's down there. He has an AK kit, and he has had a good crack at it, but he's been shotgunned in the face. Not ended well for this poor guy, but good effort. Top effort. Still plenty of fire from the counter raiders outside. Let's go take a look and see what they're up to. I want to see numbers.
Follow me around.
They've got 3, and it sounds like their fearless leader is taking charge. Taking out these guys who are running into the front of the base there, telling them to take them out, but they've got the front door codes. They're shooting at their own guys. If they're there to help the enemy clan, they are shooting the enemy clan. I don't know why. Having a look in the airlock now, and we've got... They've called in help. They've got the guys for help. Probably concocting some sort of plan on a Discord or a TeamSpeak somewhere, but we've got Burnsy. Looks like he's going to try and make some mad moves here and make a play, maybe take out this heavy metal armor guy. Here he goes to make the play. Burnsy's through the armored door, and he's landed one shot, but he's been taken out. There's 2 down there. They're shooting through the hatch. Keeping that pressure on the Raiders, though. Fort are really taking a hit with these windows they're shooting through. Looks like they're pushing through for another push, and the door's open, and they've taken out the heavy metal armor guy. Enemy is taking it down, and he's back down with an AK, but he's been dropped back down by the Raiders. The door's back open while Skizzy G's dropped one. Meth V2 is down while 1 is left. He's pulling back to Med up round the corner as one of the defenders comes back in again.
Naked.
He has no idea he's hiding in that corner while he's picking his mate up. His mate's been picked up, and they're both going to met up round by the furnaces there while the other one is looting that heavy metal armor. And if he can get that on, he might be able to take out the 2 raiders around the corner at the furnaces. Oh, and he's taken one out. Oh, and he's done the rocket. He's blown the foundations up, took them all out, but unfortunately 1 survived, which is now going to allow for a push for the rest to come through. Four guys for the defense have pushed up. They're coming from the bottom now, and I don't think the clan knows where they are, and I don't know if they understand what could happen here.
Wait, it's us, it's us, it's us. It's us, Swifty.
Swifty's at the front door, trying to get let in, helping with the counter raid.
I'm getting you up, Status.
We're in the...
Hold the door, Jack, hold the door. Shut the door, Status, shut it, shut it, shut it.
Alright. Hey man.
Let him in,
Open door. We've got a member outside.
They need help. They need help. They need help.
Telling them they don't need help, but .com seem to want to help regardless of the fact.
Alright, do you guys
Swifty.
have 1C4?
He's a welcome, boys.
Well, how many rockets do you
I
have?
got one.
Do you have 1 rocket or 2 rockets?
6 of his rating. It's actually 7.
Okay, I've got fucking I got the C4.
Yeah, you need to
Unfortunately,
pop
with the
that
counter
door
raid,
at the
they
top
are
open, go kill
outnumbered
them all.
6. I haven't had a count, and I'm not going to go back and count,
Only
but
got 3 meds, though.
including the counter raiders and the extra help they called in, they're well and truly over 7. Going through now and getting the raiders loot. Rockets, that is their door there. They are unable to take it off, so they will have to C4 that off eventually. Or satchel, or however they want to do it. Picks. C4 by the sounds of it. They're going to blow that door.
Is that you guys blowing?
.com, the comms are pretty bad. They have no idea sort of what's going on. We got things going on all around the area.
Holy shit, bro. Oh my god.
And a bit of trolling going outside with some bad shooting from .com, but we got guys coming back with a Python at the gate there. And I would dare say that that raid is as good as over.
Yeah, open the door, Status, open it up, we'll go out there. You have to call .com, shit.
Fort sound pretty upset that they called in a counter raid while .com push outside now to kill the Fort guy, the last guy with the Python. And I dare say that that raid is done.
I killed shooting for Satis, get out here with the C4, I killed him. Quick.
That's us, you fucking idiot. It's us. It's us.
Oh, why are you aiming at him?
He's shot his own guys. The guys that have come to help, they're shooting. There are no fort members left. There's no one left to kill, mate.
Let's dip. Everyone dip. Dip.
Right, enemy. Still good.
And that's another raid done and dusted. Until next time, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you around.